So picture this. I'm standing in the shoe store last month, staring at this ASICS Upcourt 6 for 55 bucks, and the sales guy goes, "Oh yeah, that's their new multi-sport shoe. Works for everything." Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know exactly what I think about shoes that claim to work for everything. They usually work for nothing, right? Like those Swiss Army knives that have 17 tools but can't actually cut anything properly. But something about this one made me curious. Maybe it was the price point, not trying to be a $150 miracle shoe. Maybe it was how light it felt when I picked it up. Or maybe I'm just a sucker for punishment. Either way, I walked out with them, and for the past 6 weeks, I've been absolutely destroying these things. Volleyball tournaments where I'm diving all over the court, pickleball matches with my neighbor Bob. And trust me, Bob does not take it easy on anybody. Even some pickup basketball because, well, why not? And here's the thing that's got me excited to make this video. They actually surprised me, in a good way, which, let's be honest, doesn't happen often in this job. So let me tell you exactly what happened when I put these through my torture test, because if you're thinking about spending your money on court shoes, you need to hear this story. First time I laced these up was for volleyball practice. Now, I've been playing volleyball for 15 years, and I've gone through more court shoes than I care to admit. Most of them start feeling dead after about an hour of serious play. So I'm warming up, doing some basic passing, and immediately I notice they feel different. Not heavier, not lighter exactly, but more present, like my feet actually had something substantial under them without feeling like I was wearing bricks. The real test came during blocking drills. You know how it is. You're jumping, landing hard, pivoting immediately for the next play. With my old shoes, by the third set of blocks, my feet would be screaming. These? I actually forgot I was wearing new shoes. That's when I knew something was different. But the real moment of truth came during our league match that Thursday. Fourth set, we're down 2-1, and it's one of those matches where everything's on the line. I'm diving for saves, jumping for blocks, doing those crazy lateral movements when someone tips the ball over. 3 hours later, walking off the court, my feet felt better than they usually do after 1 hour in my previous ASICS. That's when I started thinking, maybe these $55 shoes weren't just marketing hype. Now here's where it gets interesting. The next morning, my neighbor Bob calls me up. "Hey, you want to play some pickleball?" Now Bob is 62 years old and has been playing pickleball for like 8 years. The man is ruthless. He's got this wicked spin serve, and he'll run you all over that court. So I grab the Upcourts, figure why not test them on a different surface. Pickleball courts are different from volleyball courts. Different texture, different demands on your shoes. Within the first game, I'm thinking, these might actually be better for pickleball than volleyball. The quick direction changes that pickleball demands, these shoes loved it. Bob's hitting these sharp, angled shots, I'm scrambling from corner to corner, and the grip is just locked in. No slipping, no sliding, just pure confidence that my feet are going to be where I need them to be. After we played, and yes, Bob destroyed me as usual, he goes, "What are those shoes? They look good on you out there." Coming from Bob, that's basically a shoe endorsement. So now I'm curious about the basketball thing. I mean, ASICS is claiming multi-sport, right? So I hit up my buddy Carlos, who runs pickup games at the local community center. "Mind if I test some shoes during your Tuesday game?" Basketball is a different beast entirely. You need ankle support for those quick cuts, cushioning for jumping, and lateral support for defense. I wasn't expecting miracles, but I wanted to see how they'd hold up. Honestly, for casual pickup basketball, they're perfectly fine. Not amazing, not terrible, just solid. If you're playing once or twice a week with friends, these will do the job. But if you're serious about basketball, playing multiple times a week, you're going to want something with more ankle support. That's actually one thing I appreciate about these shoes. They're honest about what they are. They're not trying to be the best basketball shoe ever made. They're trying to be a really good court shoe that happens to work for multiple sports, and that's exactly what they deliver. Let me tell you about the comfort factor, because this is where these shoes really shine. I've worn them for 4-hour tournament days. You know those tournaments where you play at 9 in the morning and you're still playing at 2 in the afternoon? By hour 3, most shoes start feeling like concrete blocks strapped to your feet. These maintain their cushioning and comfort throughout the entire day. There's this EVA midsole that ASICS uses, and whatever they did with it, it works. It's soft enough that landing from spikes doesn't jar your feet, but firm enough that you still feel connected to the court during quick movements. The breathability is legit too. Summer volleyball leagues can get brutal, 90-degree gyms with no air conditioning. My previous court shoes would turn into sweat boxes after an hour. These have mesh panels that actually work. My feet stayed noticeably cooler during those hot sessions. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the fit. I'm just going to be straight with you here. The feedback I've gotten from other players is all over the place. My teammate Sarah, who has narrow feet, found them too roomy. She said they felt sloppy during precise movements. But my other teammate Jessica, who has wider feet and usually struggles with ASICS sizing, absolutely loves them. She bought a pair 2 weeks after trying mine and says they're the most comfortable court shoes she's ever worn. So here's my advice. If you can, try them on before buying. The toeback is definitely wider than typical ASICS models, which is great if you felt cramped before, but might be too much if you have narrow feet. Let me address the durability question, because I know that's what everyone wants to know. After 6 weeks of intensive testing, and I mean intensive, multiple sports, different surfaces, tournament play, they're showing minimum wear. The outsole still has great tread, the upper is holding up well, and there's no separation anywhere. I'm expecting to get at least 10 to 12 months out of these with regular play. For lighter players who aren't as hard on shoes, you could probably push that to over a year. Here's something that really impressed me about ASICS with this shoe. They didn't oversell it. The marketing talks about court performance and versatility, and that's exactly what you get. No wild claims about revolutionary technology or game-changing features. Just a solid court shoe that does its job well. The environmental thing with the sock liner is interesting too. They claim it uses 33% less water and creates 45% fewer carbon emissions. I can't verify those numbers, but I can tell you the sock liner feels better than traditional ones. It's softer, more responsive, and has held up well through all my testing. Now let's talk about value, because this is where these shoes really excel. $54.95 for a shoe that performs this well across multiple sports, that's exceptional value in today's market. I did some quick math. If these last me 10 months with regular play, that works out to about 27 cents per hour of court time. Compare that to premium court shoes at $120 or more, and you're getting about 85% of the performance at less than half the price. But here's who shouldn't buy these shoes. If you're a serious competitive volleyball player who needs maximum ankle support, look elsewhere. If you have very narrow feet, these probably aren't for you. If you want a shoe that works for both court sports and casual everyday wear, the styling is too sport-specific. And if you're primarily a basketball player logging serious court time multiple days a week, you'll want something with more robust ankle protection. But if you're a recreational to intermediate player across multiple court sports, if you have wider feet that struggle with narrow athletic shoes, if you want genuine performance without premium pricing, these are absolutely worth considering. I've been testing court shoes for over 5 years now, and it's rare to find one that actually delivers on its versatility promise. The Upcourt 6 is one of those rare wins. For pickleball enthusiasts especially, I think these might be perfect. The lighter weight, responsive feel, and excellent grip are exactly what that sport demands. Several people in my pickleball group have switched to these after seeing mine, and the feedback has been universally positive. For volleyball players, they handle everything from recreational play through intermediate competitive levels beautifully. The comfort during extended play is outstanding, and the court feel strikes that perfect balance between cushioning and responsiveness. One last thing, if you do decide to grab these, consider buying 2 pairs if your budget allows. Rotating between shoes significantly extends their lifespan, and at this price point, having a backup pair just makes sense. Also, if you wear ankle braces, definitely size up a half size. The regular fit is true to size, but ankle braces will make them feel tight. So, there you have it, the ASICS Upcourt 6 after 6 weeks of real-world testing. A $55 court shoe that actually delivers on its promises. In a market full of shoes that try to do everything and end up doing nothing well, these focus on doing court sports really well, and that focus pays off. I'm giving them an 8.2 out of 10 overall.
excellent value, solid performance across multiple sports, outstanding comfort for extended play. The fit inconsistency keeps them from being a perfect score, but for most players, these are a smart investment. Link to check current pricing is in the description. If you have questions about how these compare to other shoes you're considering, or about fit for your specific foot type, drop them in the comments. I read every single one and try to help out where I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Keep those feet happy on the court.